I hear this boom, and my dad screamed something that I can't even remake the noise. Like, it's ingrained in my brain, one of those things where I can hear it over and over and over again, but I could never reciprocate that out of my mouth. And so I jumped up and I ran to the laundry room, and our house was on fire. The entire garage was engulfed into flames. And I remember a numbness coming over my body at that point in time. Like, this is not real. Why would this be happening in my life? I grew up in a small town. In fact, I actually Googled it with my roommate last night. Malone's campus has more people in it than the population of my hometown in Greenwich, Ohio. I graduated with a class of 39, 40. So it was one of those communities where everybody knew everybody, and we all tried to help each other out as best we could. My football coach, I played basketball and football in high school. He asked me if my dad and I would accompany him on a trip to Ashland. Ashland was playing ODU that night, and he wanted to see if I had any interest in playing football in college. I know, being a small guy, it's kind of funny now, but at the time, I was super intrigued. I knew I liked basketball too, which is what I got into here, but obviously I accepted the invitation. It was a free football game at a college campus. Who's going to turn that down? So my dad and I rode with my coach, Coach Brokaw and Coach Lugal, over to Ashland University, and it was a night game. 8 p.m. was the kickoff time. I just remember watching this game and feeling like I had it all. I was the guy in high school who I was president of my class. I was president of the National Honor Society. I was president of the Students Against Destructive Decisions committee. I was prom king. And I got too comfortable in that, and I just felt like I was unstoppable, though, like I was on top of the world. I had the shoes that everybody was complimenting me on all the time. I had the clothes, with the Nike swishes and the Adidas lines and everything that everybody on earth would want, And then this night that I visited Ashland, God, He took that all away. You could see the flames from our house, literally from the middle of town. Some of our community members were driving down the road, and they were coming to offer help. They brought us water bottles. The firemen had arrived at that point, so we were watching them put out the fire. Everything just seeming so surreal. Slept that night at my grandma's, or tried to, just tossing and turning and just thinking, how could something like this happen? And then the next day, my dad woke me up, and he was like, "Hey, I know you're probably not going to want to go do this, but we need to go see if there's anything that we can start cleaning up, because it's probably going to be a disaster over there." And as we pull into the driveway, our entire community was already there at 7 a.m. cleaning everything and helping us out. And I just remember at that moment all the times of thinking to myself, why was I born in such a small town where there's nothing to do, nobody cares, it's nothing but country back roads, and there's just nothing to do, just because I'm a city guy myself. I like being in the city, and all that complaining for my entire life, to find out that in a moment of tragedy, everybody was there to help. And I could really feel God's love beginning to work its way back into my heart, and I was seeing that, trying to figure out what was all that I was supposed to learn from this. I literally, because I had nothing, I tossed my phone down, my iPod, I didn't take a single thing. And so as the days went on and continued, God's mercy was just shown more and more with people bringing us meals. This was the week of homecoming, so I had lost like my dress clothes and everything. But there was a family friend who took me and my little brother out, who was just a freshman at the time. I just remember thinking, like, through all this shopping, like, why? I don't deserve this. I was so like bitter at the fact that God was taking this all away. Like, why in the world was I supposed to lose everything? But then it's like, I didn't lose anything that mattered. Everything on this earth could be replaced, and right before my very eyes, that's what was happening with the love and the care of a God who blessed me with the people that was around me. I have my shoes back. I have my phone back. I have new people, new friends that I've surrounded myself with here that I could not thank God enough for. But there's one thing that's different, and that's the love that I have for just the blessings that Christ gives me, and not hope and faith in the materialistic things that I thought made up who I was. I'm a child of God, and that's the thing that I love the most. I don't need the shoes. I don't need, the smartphone. I don't need all the respect and the love of like my classmates and just that popularity that comes with that. What I need is the love of Christ, and that's what I have. And that's something that I would never, nor anybody on this entire earth would ever be able to measure up to. As far as like earthly things or materialistic things, you could never gather anything up to equal the love that God has for me. And my name is Haydon, and this is why I celebrate God's love.